Senior, you must also know that I have broken through to the mid to high level strength of the one-star duty, right? I wonder if seniors can help hide it? Although he had just arrived on this continent, Xiao Yan knew in his heart that it might be a bit shocking to break through to the mid-level of the one-star emperor in more than a month. Xiao Yan was still like this. He didn't like to show off too much, so he asked casually, "It's simple, don't worry. After you go out, other people can see that you're only an intermediate level in the middle of the one-star emperor. I really don't understand why I want to hide my strength. It's really boring." Old John glanced at Xiao Yan. Xiao Yan was also taken aback. He didn't expect that Old John really had a way to help hide his strength, so he immediately thanked him. "Thank you very much." Immediately stopped speaking, turned around, and went out of the tower. After Xiao Yan left, Zhang Lao's old face smiled softly, and he also had a bit of affection for Xiao Yan, a kid. A figure appeared in the room. Xiao Yan waved his hand and carefully put away the floating golden pagoda like a baby, walked out of the room, and the warm sunlight poured down, making Xiao Yan, who had been in the golden pagoda for a full month and a half, even feel the urge to lie on the ground and stop moving. Impulse, covering his face with his palms, Xiao Yan looked at the blue sky through the gaps in his fingers and took a breath of fresh air. The cultivation in Zichen Su Ling Pagoda has greatly improved Xiao Yan's strength, but that kind of dullness is really too depressing. Although the light in the tower is soft and not too bright, no matter what, the tower is always a tower, no matter how much light is in it. But for a person, it is still a cage-like place. Only outside, under this vast sky, can you feel the comfort of your mood. The moment Xiao Yan opened the door, the overwhelming noise and shouts sounded in his ears, shaking him a little muddled. Shaking his head, he looked back at the dark crowd in front of him, all guarding the door of his room. His heart suddenly shook, and his face was full of consternation. What happened? Xiao Yan didn't know that Xiao Yan, a nascent fighting emperor, broke a record that countless tribes up and down the Xiao clan could not break for tens of thousands of years. And not only broke the record, but what shocked everyone was that he had exceeded it for half a month. What he didn't know even more was that just after he broke the 30-day time record for the first practice, all the Xiao family members hardly left and would gather here, waiting for the birth of a new record. They were curious to know how much time Xiao Yan would practice in the end and what kind of new record he would create. I want to know even more. Xiao Yan's this time, what level of cultivation will it reach? They just waited and looked forward to it. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. People are looking forward to it more and more, and they're looking forward to it more and more. They even began to hope that this time would get longer and longer. In the entire imperial prefecture, among all the powerful families, the first cultivation of duty reached a period of 1.5 months, which has never been seen in history. And today, in the Xiao clan, a family with ancient blood flowing gave birth to a record that not only made the Xiao clan crazy, but even the entire imperial prefecture would be crazy about it. At this moment, everyone in the Xiao clan's eyes were gathered on the slightly thin body outside the door of the room. It's out. 45 days, 15 more days. Midterm one-star emperor. The people were surprised. Unexpectedly, this kid suddenly broke through to the mid-stage of the one-star emperor. And it's the intermediate level of the middle stage. The elders of the Xiao clan also looked at the figure in a daze, and for a long time, a look of extreme ecstasy appeared in their eyes. All of a sudden, it broke through to the middle and intermediate level of the one-star duty. If it is expected as usual, coupled with Xiao Yan's extraordinary talent, maybe in 100 years, Xiao Yan will be promoted to the 2-star duty, and 1,000 years later, the Xiao clan may add a 3rd-level duty. The 3rd-level fighting emperor, the average elder in the clan, is nothing more than this. And all of them have cultivated for thousands of years. But the kid in front of him may only need 1,000 years or even hundreds of years. Perhaps thousands of years from now, is it possible for the Xiao clan to give birth to a 5-star or even 6-star fighting emperor? At this time, these elders all thought of it one after another. What would happen if there was a 6-star emperor among the Xiao clan? Dizhou may no longer be able to trap the Xiao clan. What does a 6-star emperor represent? It is power, and it is an immeasurable power. Clan Xiao, are you going to be happy? Xiao Li in the distance looked surprised. After a month and a half of absorption, Xiao Yan stepped into the middle stage of the one-star emperor, which was already beyond his expectations. But he didn't expect that this kid not only directly broke through to the middle stage, but also the middle stage of the middle stage, which is far from comparable to just entering the middle stage. As the actual head of the Xiao family now, he clearly knows what changes the Xiao family will bring to the Xiao family in the future when such a wicked genius appears in front of them. When Xiao Yan first came, no one thought that this inconspicuous kid would break the record that had been maintained for tens of thousands of years. However, at this moment, a fact was in front of him. He did it, breaking a record that the Xiao clan had not broken for tens of thousands of years. Not only that, he also set a bigger record, 45 days, a full 45 days of cultivation. Directly break through to the intermediate level of the one-star duty. When will such a record be broken again? This possibility is too slim this time. No one dares to underestimate the new fighting emperor in front of him. Perhaps after 1,000 years, he will no longer be able to compare with this young man. Except for a fool, no one will easily provoke a person with such a genius qualification, because it is very likely to cause him to kill himself in the future. What people think most about now is when will Xiao Yan break through to the two-star emperor? Can he become the fastest among the Xiao clan to break through to the two-star emperor? This issue has now become a new topic for countless people to talk about. A two-star duty, even the Xiao clan, has a very high status. Becoming a two-star duty is almost the dream of countless people who are still staying in the one-star duty clan, and Xiao Yan was recognized by everyone at this time. He will break through to the two-star duty as quickly as possible. For this, countless people are full of expectations. Xiao Yan's cultivation gave all the Xiao family members an extremely perverted impression. That is, the record breaker and creator. It's so shocking. No one can help but admire the mid-to-mid level of a month and a half in a star duty. Many ethnic groups have a dash of admiration and a little jealousy in the eyes of Xiao Yan who came out. Everyone understands that Xiao Yan will undoubtedly become the key training object of the Xiao clan. I don't know how many medicines and other facilities to assist in cultivation will be provided to him, and the time for cultivation will be greatly shortened. This kind of treatment is very tempting for every Xiao clan member. Xiao Li and several elders saw Xiao Yan coming out and flew forward quickly. Xiao Li looked at Xiao Yan, his old cheeks trembling slightly. Xiao Yan's achievements did shock him very much. This will directly affect the future development of him and even the entire family. Xiao Li stepped forward, his old hand pressed heavily on Xiao Yan's shoulder, and gently said to Xiao Yan, "Let's go. Come with me. There are some things you must know." Xiao Yan, who was very uncomfortable being stared at by countless eyes, immediately nodded. He didn't like being stared at like this, and there were still so many people. Xiao Li immediately said to everyone, "Everyone is scattered. Let's go back to practice." The faint words in Xiao Li's mouth were very vigorous and powerful, with a trace of majesty. After speaking, Xiao Li turned and flew away. Who dares not listen to Xiao Li's words? At this moment, a cold breath came out of the crowd. Under Xiao Yan's strong soul perception, all the breath could not escape Xiao Yan's detection. Xiao Yan suddenly turned his head and looked at the crowd that was gradually dispersing. At that moment, he felt a breath with a little murderous intent. The power of that breath could be said to be comparable to his current self. Xiao Yan recovered, and it seemed that there would be a lot of trouble in the clan. Ignoring it, Xiao Yan immediately followed Xiao Li's speed and flew into the distance. Over the Xiao clan, two figures passed quickly and flew in an unknown direction. These two figures were Xiao Yan and Xiao Li. At the end of this cultivation, Xiao Yan obviously felt that the elders of the clan and almost all the clan seemed to have a great change in their attitude towards him. This can be felt from the crowd and warm atmosphere outside his house. But it was this that made Xiao Yan puzzled. He was just a very normal first cultivation, and what he showed was an ordinary one-star emperor. In his opinion, one of the Xiao clan. There are not many powerful people in the midterm of Emperor Xingdao. Why is there such a situation and scene? Xiao Li looked at Xiao Yan with a gloomy expression behind him, seemed to see Xiao Yan's thoughts, and said lightly, "Boy, do you wonder why so many people are surrounded by your door and everyone is so excited?" Xiao Yan was startled and nodded. Xiao Li broke through what he thought in his heart with a word, but Xiao Yan didn't hide it.